Hello, this is Miss Andrea, and welcome to the beginning of our new homeschool series, Homeschooling 2021. This is a primer, and I don't know how many episodes there will be yet, on what you need to know if you're homeschooling in 2021. Today's public school students are dealing with things like forced online learning, or perhaps unsafe classroom environments for those who are forced into the classroom. And no one is having a positive educational experience at this point. In short, children are failing. And what is the parent to do? Before you do anything at all, you really need to sit down as a family with the child's other parents, whatever, and have a serious conversation about the state of the child's education. And you really have to ask yourself if there's any way to help them be successful in their current environment. Because consistency might actually be better than changing what you. However, if you're at the point where everything is falling apart academically, it might be better to just cut your losses and consider homeschooling. But before you start, it might be a good idea to get a better understanding of what homeschooling is. Homeschooling is the teaching of school-age children at home or in a variety of other places other than in school. Homeschooling is not publicly funded. Homeschooling is not public school teacher-led. Even if schools have led you to believe, we need to be very clear about this. The type of online schooling the schools have instituted at this point is not homeschooling. It is public school learning at home or public school e-learning. Homeschooling was never supposed to work this way. Homeschoolers do not operate in this fashion. So there's a reason why public school at home is not working. There is an incorrect assumption that when students are not in the classroom, the way to make up for that lack of interaction is to double their busy work. So children are taking twice as long at home with their e-learning than it would take them to do the work in a classroom setting. It's no surprise that some students have become disinterested and frustrated in such an unfair situation. While some children have managed to do well in this situation, most children have begun failing when previously they were modeled students. And so homeschooling becomes the logical answer. But before you make the decision to go for it, before you start homeschooling, there is just so much you need to know. Join us next Monday when we will discuss how to get started and what your responsibility is as a homeschool parent. Also, if you have any questions, now is the time to ask them in the comment section of this video. Last week's questions. What are some tips and advice you can offer for our homeschoolers who have family with health issues and get behind in their schoolwork? And what tips can you also give for guiding your children to a career path if they are torn between what they want? As far as homeschooling in a home where people are sick and you fall behind, you should know that homeschooling doesn't take as many hours of the day as traditional schooling. You can schedule 1 and 2 hour homeschool sessions, totaling 4 to 5 hours a day. And that'll keep you from falling behind. And if that still leaves you wiped out, you can give yourself a 7-day-a-week schedule and just learn for 3 hours a day. You can break it up. If you're dealing with students who just don't know what direction they want to go into after they're done homeschooling, it's a good idea to let them try out different things through part-time jobs and internship opportunities. Find people in the community to mentor them and give them a good idea of what the actual job is that they're considering. They need to live it. They need to experience it. This will help them make a better decision. Thanks for watching and see you next week.